years, I've also been the principal of an international residential school, and I'm an author. So, yes, let's start. So, our topic today is Talk the Talk, which, of course, is quite a mouthful. And you're going to see what it's all about. Yes? So, let's begin. So, at the start, we need to get to know each other, you and I. So, let's begin. I'd like you to introduce yourselves. You need to tell me where you are from, what you do, and whether you have ever spoken in public before. And if so, what was your experience like? So, yes, who will oblige me and come forward to introduce themselves first? Yeah, Ramya. Okay, great. Yes, my dear. Could you introduce yourself?
Hi, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Beta. Yeah.
My name is Ramya. I'm from Visakhapatnam. I'm working as a network engineer in Congress.
Okay.
Yeah, I have experience spoken in public before during my presentation. I feel some lack of confidence to speak in public because of lack of knowledge in the communication, especially in English.
All right. Okay. I understand, Beta. Yeah, I understand. And yeah, I can hear the sound of a little child there.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. All right. Now, who else would like to introduce themselves? Ajita? No, Aita Rajesh? Okay. Vikas Sharma? Yes.
Yes. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Vikas Sharma. Basically, I'm from Himachal Pradesh, district Bilaspur, and currently I'm serving in defense sector.
Oh, wow. Great. Nice to have you here with us. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, Vikas, have you ever spoken in public?
Not that much, ma'am, but I used to give lectures in my classes and some kind of extra curricular activities. That's why.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. Thank you. Akmal Khan, would you like to introduce yourself, please? Okay. Amulya.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, good evening.
My name is Amulya. I'm studying in 12th standard.
And
so,
where are you from,
yeah,
Beta?
I have spoken in public.
Where are you from, Beta?
I'm from Bangalore, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. And you were saying?
Yeah. So I have spoken in public many times. So it has made me to gain confidence, to understand people. It has enhanced me to improve the skills to communicate with them. And yeah. Yes, ma'am.
You do sound like a very confident young lady. Right. Thank you, Amulya. Yeah. Gurpreet.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
And where are you from? I am from Sri Muktsar Sahib, Punjab.
Okay.
I am a government employee and working in the health department.
Have
you ever spoken in public before? No, I never spoken English in public before. But when after joined the Enguru, I improved my English.
Okay. How long have you been at Enguru?
Around maybe it's 1 month.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you, Gurpreet.
Thank you, ma'am.
Right. Okay. Who else would like to introduce themselves? Janki Rani?
So I can't hear, ma'am. What?
Okay, there must be a problem with your network then. Maybe you could...
Audible is not clear, ma'am.
Okay, I'm sorry about that because I can see other people can hear me quite clearly. Maybe you could try logging out and then joining again. Yes? Okay. Chirag,
Yes, ma'am. Very good evening.
good
I
evening.
am from Delhi, ma'am, and I work as a customer support executive in Concentrix company in backend process, and
Okay.
I have never spoken in public before
Okay. Uh-huh.
because I have never got the chance to speak.
All right. Okay. All right. Nice to have you here with us today. Okay. Would anyone else like to come forward and introduce themselves? Thank you, Chirag. So would anyone else like to come forward and introduce themselves? Okay. I'm not going to force anyone to do it because I know sometimes it becomes very awkward. But yes, I'm glad Narayana has raised his hand. Yes, Narayana.
Hi, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm good and welcome to this session. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, I am from Andhra Pradesh. Right now, I am in Hyderabad for job purpose. I am in service, ma'am, and I never speaking in
Spoke.
public. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Spoke.
Right. Okay. Nice to have you with us, Narayana.
Thank
Yeah.
you, ma'am.
Okay, Sam.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Good
Good evening
evening.
all.
Yeah.
My
Good.
name is Sam. I'm from Surat, Gujarat,
Huh?
and I'm a student. I'm pursuing my MSc,
Uh-huh.
and I I have spoken many
Hmm.
times in public,
Hmm.
but I'm more comfortable speaking in my mother tongue.
Ah,
Yeah, so that's why
yes.
I'm here, and I want to speak fluent.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. Right. Sonia.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello. Yeah.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Could you introduce yourself, Vika?
Yes, ma'am. I am Sonia. I am from Karnataka district, Uttar Kannada.
Hmm.
I am studying in 12th standard,
Okay.
and I never speaking in public.
Okay. All right. But I'm sure given the chance, you would speak very well because you sound very confident. Right. Thank you, Vita. Right. It's amazing the way everyone is coming forward to introduce themselves. Can I have some more people come forward and tell us about yourselves? Sheetal Singh? Yeah.
I think, ma'am, you know me.
I saw you this morning. Yes, I did.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, Sheetal. So would you like to introduce yourself again to the class?
Yes, ma'am.
Pulavita. Can you
Uttar
talk
Pradesh,
about?
Jhansi, and I am a student.
Hmm.
And
Yes.
I have spoken English in publicly so many times, but I feel hesitation
You
and
feel
I'm not
hesitant.
comfortable.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll help you overcome that. And Beta, about the problem you spoke about this morning, it starts from today. Your subscription begins from tonight. Okay. So from tomorrow onwards, you'll be in regular
Yes, ma'am.
classes. Okay. Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Beta. Okay. Sandeep. Hello,
Hi, ma'am.
Sandeep. Yeah. Good
Hi,
evening.
ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
I'm great. And how are you, son?
I am fine, ma'am. I am good.
Okay. Could you introduce yourself?
I am doing business, ma'am.
Uh-huh.
Small case in this small business, ma'am.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I can't speak English, ma'am, and can't understand, ma'am.
Huh.
I want to learn better, ma'am.
We'll help you. Yes. And I mean it seriously.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Right. Thank you, Beta. Janki Rani?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here now.
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
I'm from Namakkal, Tamil Nadu, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working in a private school as a teacher, ma'am.
Okay.
I have spoken in public before, ma'am. But I have some trouble in speaking. That's why I can't speak as fluent, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
I
getting
understand.
hesitate while I'm speaking with a fluent person.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Janki. Right. So would anyone else like to come forward? Ritik? Ritik, good evening. Okay,
Hello.
I can't hear you, beta. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, ma'am. In my
Yeah.
area, ma'am, network is.
Sorry.
Hello. Ma'am, network problem in my area.
Network problem. Yeah. Okay, I can understand that better. We all face network problems at some time or the other. Anyway. Okay, great to see that there are 20 people here in this class. Welcome once again, every one of you. For those who came in late, my name is Susha Satish. I'm handling this webinar today, and it's all about the importance of personal classes and how personal classes at Enguru can really help you to improve your communication and your confidence at the same time. Yes. So I have been teaching English for 37 years. I was also the principal of an international residential school, and I am a writer. I have written and published 4 books, but teaching is my first love. So that's why I'm here with you this evening. Now, let's learn. So first, preparing for speaking in public. You need to tell me whether these sentences are true or false. Now, in my class, what I do in all my sessions is I make it a point to get my students to do the talking. This includes reading what we show on the slides. Because believe me, after having taught English for so many years, I know that it is only by reading loudly that you actually manage to get your tongue to turn and to twist around new words. So yes, who will read this for me? Ramya, yes. Thank you, Beta.
Preparing for speaking in public, are these sentences true or false? Check your equipment in advance. Speak to the whiteboard or screen. Read from the slides. End on time. Prepare some questions. Don't share handouts or PPTs.
Okay, right. So, thank you, Ramya. Narayana, could you also read this, please?
Yes, ma'am. Preparing for speaking in public, are these sentences true or false? Both, ma'am. First of all, check your equipment in advance. And speaking to the whiteboard screen, read from the slides, end on time, prepare some questions, don't share handouts or PPTs.
Right. Okay. Now, thank you, Narayana. Now, I would like you to give me the answers. Which of these do you think is true? Can any one of you give me an answer? Which do you think is true? Any one, because in that way I can get everyone to give me an answer. Yes. Janki Rani, would you like to give me an answer? Do you think that anyone, which of these statements do you think is true?
Speak to the whiteboard of screen, ma'am.
Is that true or false?
It's true, ma'am.
Okay. Well, actually, Janki, speaking to the whiteboard, you have your whiteboard here and your audience is facing the whiteboard. It wouldn't be right for you to be looking at the whiteboard and talking. Yes? You need to look at your audience when you're talking, which means this one is false. So this is a false statement. Okay. Who else could tell me which is another false statement? Or choose anyone and tell me whether it is true or false. Sonia? Hello, Sonia?
Yes,
ma'am. Beta.
Don't share Hello, ma'am. Don't share handouts or PPT. It is true.
You shouldn't share?
It is false, ma'am.
It's false. Yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
You should. Yes, Beta.
Yes, false.
It's false. Thank you, Sonia. Yes, of course, it's false. Because when you are having any kind of a presentation, it's always nice to provide the audience with a handout or about the PPT, about what you are going to show, so that they can always refer to what you have already shown later on or at some time in between. Okay, now Gurpreet.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Which of these
Anji.
statements?
First is a statement, I check your equipment in advance. This is true statement.
Yeah, it's true. Definitely. Yeah.
Ji.
Thank you, Gurpreet.
Anji.
Yes.
Okay.
Because of course, if you're going to make a presentation, you need to know that you're doing on the right page and you're not going to make a fool of yourself when you go up there. Yes. Thank you. Narayana?
Ma'am, preparing some questions. It's a true, ma'am.
It's true. Yes. That's also right. Of course, when you are going to have a presentation, it's nice to also have some questions in order to keep your audience on their toes. Abhinav Pratap Singh?
Yes, ma'am.
Beta. Which one
Hello.
would you like to talk about?
End on time.
Sorry? Abhinav? Okay, there seems to be some problem there. It's all right. Chirag? Hello, Chirag.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Hi. Read form slides. It's false, ma'am, because a person should be interacted with the audience, with his audience, and we should let the audience read by themselves, because it
Yes.
would be inappropriate while you reading. Then they will think that you are not prepared.
Very, very true. Yes, that's right. You don't read from the slides. You look at your audience and you should have
Yes,
your
ma'am.
data at your fingertips. That's right.
Yes, ma'am. Exactly, ma'am.
Thank you. Akmal Khan?
Welcome.
And on time, true.
End on time. True. Yes, of course. It is always nice to see that you begin on time and that you end on time. Very, very important. Okay, Janki Rani?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh? You raised your hand?
Yeah, I raised, ma'am.
Yeah. So what would you like to talk about?
We have to prepare some questions, ma'am.
Yeah.
That's
Of
true,
course.
ma'am.
Yes, of course. We need to prepare questions. Otherwise, we will look very silly going there and just talking without having any great preparation. Yeah, thank you. Sandeep? Hello, Sandeep.
Ma'am,
Bolo
in
beta.
time. End
End
on
on
time,
time.
ma'am.
End on
True,
time.
madam.
Very
No,
true.
madam.
Yes, that's right. कोई भी presentation हो आपको end करना है
Time
on
to
time.
करना है.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you. And Nipun Ananda Goswami. Hello, Nipun Goswami.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. नाम क्या है आपका?
I am Nipun Anand Goswami.
Okay. So I think you joined a little late. You could not introduce yourself, but that's okay. Can you tell me from these statements, which do you think is true and which is false?
Ma'am,
Bolo.
I am a student.
Hmm.
I am from Motihari.
Okay.
District East Champaran. And
Okay.
State Bihar.
All right. तो student मतलब कौन से class में?
BA part 1.
BA part 1. अच्छा. Okay. Great. All right.
Hello.
Yes, Ritik.
Ma'am, who is sharing screen?
बेटा आपकी आवाज ठीक से नहीं आ रहा. बोलिए.
Ma'am, I can't see here a PPT. I can't see, ma'am.
You can't see the screen.
Yeah, ma'am.
बेटा आप एक काम कीजिए. I think there is a network problem at your end. तो आप एक बार log out होके वापस आ जाइए. Okay?
Okay.
तब तो ठीक होएगा. Okay. अभिनव आपने हाथ उठाया? Yes. Okay. Now let's go on. So these are the statements that are true and false. So yes, Chirag, could you read them for me, please? Hello, Chirag. Okay, I think there seems to be a problem with his. Yes, Vikas, could you read this for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Add these sentences true or false. Answer. Check your equipment in advance. True. Speak to the whiteboard screen. False. Read from the slides. False. End on time. True. Prepare some questions. True. Don't share handouts or PPT. False.
Yes. So these are all things that we have already discussed. Now let's go on, because there's something that I want you to listen to. So yes, I'm going to show you, make you listen to something. I would like all of you to pay attention to that. Yes.
Hello.
Where you've had to listen back to your voice on camera,
Yeah, ma'am.
and you really didn't like the sound. Or maybe you're just listening to your voicemail and trying to set it up, and you're thinking, God, do I really sound like that? Is that my voice? Well, if that's you, I can tell you that I'm here to help, because this is exactly what I do with my students. I help them improve the sound of your voice. And in this video, I'm going to share 3 tips with you today about how to improve the aesthetic speaking quality of your voice. Hi, I'm Elisa James. I'm a voice mastery mentor, and I help business owners and entrepreneurs find their best voice for global business and public speaking. So tip number 1 is analyze. And yes, that means you're going to have to record your voice and listen to it back. All you have to do is simply write down a bunch of descriptive words. So when you're listening to your voice back on the audio, on the video, I want you to write down the following words, the things that you hear in your own voice. Is it too weak? Is it dark? Is it light? Is it too high? Is it too low? Is it throaty and back-placed? Does it sound squeezed or forced? Or is it squeaky? Is it annoying? Is it sharp sounding? Or is it too soft and too airy? There's going to be something about your voice that you don't like. And there's going to be something about your voice that other people probably don't like either. So I want you to maybe ask 3 friends, business colleagues, to also write down their descriptives of your voice. That's step number 1. Step number 2. This is play with the opposite. So for instance, if you heard in your descriptive analysis that your voice was too high-pitched, try the opposite, try a much lower pitch. If you felt that your voice was too tight sounding and you were squeezing your sound, I want you to go the other way and make it more open sounding. So try a complete opposite approach of what you currently hear. Another one that I hear a lot of the time is sometimes things speak a bit nasal, and so it sounds a little bit too much in the nose. And if your sound is in the nose, it's going to make you sound like you're a little bit overly posh, or you're not interested in what the other person is saying. So you're going to want to make the sound more oral. So listen back, write your descriptives, and then I want you to try the exact opposite of what you hear. You'll be able to figure it out if you listen really well. Number 3. Now this is a really important one, and it's something a lot of people do not think about when they're speaking, and that's airflow causes the magic in the sound. This is what I mean. If I stop the airflow completely with my voice or try to really hold it back, you'll notice that I get a very squeezed sound. And if I'm trying to speak or sing from this placement, and believe me, I've heard this a lot in my students when they first come to me, there is literally no airflow. It's not flowing. The more airflow we have, the more relaxed and aesthetically pleasing our voice is. That takes a little bit of time and practice, but anyone can learn good, balanced airflow. Anyone, guaranteed. If you found value in this video today and you like it, please subscribe below and share it with your friends, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, so that was our small video. Yeah. Now that you've listened to this, a few questions.
Here's why you should become a coach in 2023. If done rightly, it is one of the most recession.
Yes. How important is voice modulation in public speaking? I take it that the people who raised their hands earlier, yeah, so yes, Chirag?
Yeah, ma'am. I heard that he was saying that if he was saying that if your voice is squeaky and too loud or very soft, or it is very like if you are trying to squeeze your voice, so all you need to do is just record yourself and listen to it and try to practice it and inhale before you speak, because you need to let the air flow through your lungs when you speak, and you need to have a mind roadmap before you speak anything, so that you won't be hesitate or stammer
Won't be
while
hesitant.
speaking to
Right.
you won't be hesitant while speaking to anyone. So
Yeah.
need to have
Okay.
thoughts, yes, and always like record your voice, that's what she said, and analyze it and
Yeah.
keep practicing
Okay.
it, and you get over it. That's what I heard, ma'am.
Right. Thank you. Now, Ramya,
Yeah, ma'am.
the
Voice
question,
modulation.
how important is it?
Yeah,
Chirag
voice
spoke about the tips. I want you to tell me, how
Yeah,
important is voice modulation, do you think?
voice modulation is very important in public speaking because they need to listen our voice. It is
Listen to your
depending on
voice,
the
yeah.
way. It is depending on the way of we pronounce, way of the we speak.
The way
That
we
is
speak.
important. Yeah, voice modulation is very important to listen to others.
Okay. Right. Thank you. Would anyone else like to share their opinions on this? Yes, Vikas.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. In my perspective, ma'am, voice modulation plays a very vital role while we speaking in front of audience, because it makes audience interesting in our speech and also influence people with a great impact.
Yeah, true. Okay. So, right. As the lady said, put it very clearly, it's very important to modulate your voice. And she's given up some very good tips on that. And yes, on the whole, I would say that we need to put our emotions into our voice, because otherwise it becomes one monotone, extremely boring. Yes, Ritik? Hello, Ritik, आपने हाथ उठाया?
No, how to speak PPT? Yeah, ma'am.
हाँ, बोलिए.
No, how to speak PPT?
How to? आपकी आवाज ठीक से नहीं आ रहा. I'm sorry. Sorry बेटा, आपके नेटवर्क में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है. आवाज नहीं आ रहा. Okay, would anyone else like to ask questions? Ritik, I'm sorry, I really can't hear you. Yes, would anyone else like to ask me anything? Okay, this is a very interesting topic. And yes, here at Enguru, we do work on voice modulation as well. I do tell my students, I make them listen to various people speaking so that they can understand how to pronounce, where to stress, and how to use their voices to express themselves, which is, of course, very important. But yes, now we have come, as you know, this is a webinar on the importance of personal classes and how important it is where you can be guided by one person. So yeah, I'm going to go on and I'll start by giving feedback. Yes, Janki Rani, you have raised your hand.
I think the best tip is tips to improve our speaking voice is, first of all, record our voice, then listen their speaking voice.
Yes,
then
very true.
We can only improve our speaking voice.
Yes. Thank you, Janki. Right. So now I'm going to go on. But before that, let me give feedback to everyone. Yes, Chirag, of course, I can see your question. The mother tongue influence is eradicated, particularly in personal classes where we are working one-on-one with students. So we do make it a point to totally remove the mother tongue influence. Yes.
That's what we want to know, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. And yes, let's go on. So I'm going to give feedback to those people who spoke. Of course, I'm not going to talk about your voice modulation right now. But yes, I would like to say, Janki, as I said earlier, you speak with confidence, but there's quite a lot of work when it comes to sentence construction that you would benefit by doing, because I can see that you're translating sometimes from the mother tongue into English. And yes, the reason I say it is because, please don't mistake me, I'm not sounding like a know-it-all kind of person. It's just that 37 years of handling people, teaching people, guiding people about English has made me understand that very often we take the easy way out and we translate from our mother tongue into English, which is the wrong way of doing it. Because you see, English and all European languages, they all have their own grammatical rules, which are founded on certain ideas. Whereas all our Indian languages have our own grammatical rules that are totally different. For instance, a very simple example that I tell my students every time is, just translate this sentence into your mother tongue, whichever it is. Mine's Malayalam. So if I were to translate the sentence, keep the book on the table. When I translate, it makes perfect sense to speak in Malayalam without having the definite articles. We don't say keep the book on the table in any English, in any Indian language. And I've checked, believe me, I've checked with my Bangla friends, my Gujarati friends, Maharashtrian, and of course, South Indian languages like my Malayalam, Tamil, all of it. We simply do not use the so very extensively. So that's the problem. When you're translating, you end up losing out and not making proper English sentences. Yes? Okay. Now, I can also say, Sonia, but you need to work a lot when it comes to sentence construction. Yes? Because you know what you want to say, but unfortunately, sentence construction is an area where you're going a little off. Chirag, I got the feeling you were a little confused when it came to the prepositions. And Gurpreet, a lot of speaking practice is necessary. Yes, a lot of speaking practice is necessary. And yeah, because with you also, I would say you would need to keep talking a lot more, because there's a slight hesitancy when you were speaking earlier. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Yashin.
Yeah. Ramya, with you also, beta, a lot more of practice, because sentence constructions, you are also missing out, omitting you're making you made a few errors when it came to the tenses, prepositions as well. And one more thing, the subject verb agreement. That is again a place where we generally go wrong. So yes, let's go on. And here I am to talk about your personal classes. So as you know, our personal classes, the ones we do at Enguru, involve one teacher teaching just one student, or maybe if the student has a sister or a couple of friends, perfectly okay. But the plus point here is you get to choose the topic, and it could be any one of the topics that you can see on the screen. You choose from these, and the teacher will guide you through those topics only. Unlike in the group classes, where you will be following the curriculum that has already been designed by our experts. Now, these are, of course, the prices. And I want you to look very carefully, because yes, we have the prices that are, yes, as you can see over here, per class, it's 99 rupees only for the introductory class. And believe me, that's a steal. You really get, with just 99 rupees, you're going to get one full-fledged 50-minute class with the teacher on the topic of your choice. And yes, there is also this 100% refund guaranteed if you're not satisfied. And yes, we have 5 classes, 10 classes, and 30 classes. Believe me, my dears, we have a whole lot of discounts, a slew of discounts going on right now. Apart from that, we are also offering right now, Arshad, who is our counselor, is right here with us, and he's put up those links on the chat box. Please do look at them because these links will expire at midnight. And yes, it's for the intro plan, for the 10 class plan, and the 30 class plan, 30 class. So yes, you can, if you click on that, you're going to get a ridiculously low price for your classes. Please do avail of this because you see, I can speak for all the other teachers when I say we give our best when we take our personal classes. And yes, you can be assured of the fact, and I say it in all seriousness, you can be assured that you are going to get a very good experience and that you will really improve your quality of communication, because that's what we do over here. And there is also something like an EMI system that we have started. So you would, with just paying around $500 at the start, 500 rupees at the start, you can pay the rest of the amount gradually. Here again, Arshad will guide you and help you in this too. So yes, my dear friends, what are you waiting for? Please do join. And yeah, believe me, I take a whole lot of personal classes and all my students ask for different kinds of things. Like somebody wants preparation for an interview, somebody else wants fluency, another person wants help in vocabulary, somebody wants grammar, whatever it is. Believe me, personal classes have a lot more to offer because you're getting the undivided attention from the teacher. So yes, over to you. Is there anything you would like to ask? Please do ask. And yes, do make use of these links that Arshad is sharing because believe me, right now, the links will expire at midnight, as I said earlier. So if you book the class right now, tonight, you're going to get a huge discount. Yes, Amulya, beta? Haan, bolo beta.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I just wanted to know some of the tips to improve the accent of the speaking.
You need to speak, beta. You need to speak. You need to listen. Basically, you need to speak. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, but to get like other accent, like American or British accent, so how to you need to practice. You need to really practice. And here again, I repeat, listen. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, how many of you are going to be joining my personal classes? Think about it because, yes, Janki. Hello, Janki. Yeah.
10 classes for 300 and 30 classes for 283. It is less than to the 10 classes, ma'am. How it is possible, ma'am?
Okay, Arshad will explain that to you. But that's how it works. Yes, we are offering something.
Is there any difference between the classes, 10 classes and 30 classes, ma'am, for time duration?
No, there isn't. Absolutely no. But because you're taking a longer plan, that's why you get it at a lesser price.
Okay.
That's the only logic. So, Janki, will you be joining the personal classes?
Yeah, ma'am.
Great.
I desire to join.
Okay, great. So I'll be seeing you in my class very soon, huh?
Yeah, ma'am. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Looking forward to it. And especially you said you're a teacher, right?
Yeah, right, ma'am.
Which means that gives me a lot more of joy because you say after being a teacher for so many years, it always makes me happy to meet another teacher. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Vikas has put up a question. Yes. If anyone wants to discuss some topics to, please let me know, aspirants. Okay. Vikas, hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, what did you mean by that?
Ma'am, I just want to know if anyone free to discuss some topics to make their English fluent. Then I also want to participate. Like, if there any group discussion to
We do
have
have
some
group
topics.
classes. Because I'm sure you know, we do have group classes where we do a lot of discussion. Yes.
Ma'am, at what time?
Throughout the day, beta. I mean, is this your first class?
Yes, ma'am. It's my first class. Ma'am.
Oh, okay. Because parallel to this, we also have group classes. And group
Okay.
classes start all the way from 8 in the morning till 11. Last class ends at 11:50. So we have group classes. Yes.
Okay, ma'am, like regular classes starting from tomorrow, na? Like I
Once
took
you pay the
subscription.
subscription, you will be able to get your regular classes. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, I
Arshad,
took subscription.
Arshad will give you more details on that too.
Okay.
Yes. So, okay. And yes, as Arshad has said, because of Ugadi, we are also giving for 10 classes, we're offering just 2,999 for the 10 classes. Yes, Narayan?
Ma'am, I click on the 10 days class, ma'am. That price shows as 3,499.
Oh no, you can be sure that what Arshad has put there is the right price.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Because it's there's a sale going on today. So make sure that you click on the link and book for it today, right?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. That's because of all the festivals going on. So like we have Gudi Padwa here in Maharashtra and Ugadi, all of that. So because of that, we've reduced the price. Anyone else? Okay. Ramya? Hello, Ramya?
Yeah, no questions, ma'am.
Yes, Ramya?
No questions from my side, ma'am.
Okay. Not interested?
Actually, I enrolled for 1 year course for group classes.
Group class. Acha. Okay. Oh, now that is very sad. I would have loved to see you in my class.
No problem, ma'am. I will join soon.
Okay. Yeah. Or maybe I'll meet you in a group class very soon. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Gurpreet?
Yes,
Hello,
ma'am.
Gurpreet. हाँ बेटा बोलो.
What, ma'am?
Join करोगे?
Ma'am, I am already member of group classes.
Oh, okay. अच्छा. Yes, Chirag?
Yes, ma'am. I'm also a member of a group classes, but I plan to join personal classes soon. But first of all, I need to brush up my grammar skills. After that, once I memorize all of those things, then I will start taking personal classes. Because it will be very easy for the teacher to teach me, and then also I will able to save some money. So I need to I need to strong my foundation. I need to make my foundation strong before I
Strengthen
take
your
personal
foundation.
classes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strengthen my foundation. I need to I have a grammar book. I will go through it, and after that I will take the personal classes. That's why I asked you. I used to take group classes like a year ago. Now I'm interested in taking a personal class because I need to take my English to the next level. I need to remove
Yeah,
my
certainly.
MTI.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm these days.
But
These days I'm just
son,
studying.
just a word of caution. Right now we are having these fabulous discounts. Are you sure you want to let them go?
Yeah, ma'am, no worries. You have also EMI, na? EMI option. I will do it. I can pay you via EMI. No problem, ma'am. It's not a big
Yes.
deal.
Okay.
It's because
Yeah.
I know, ma'am, because I'm very well aware, ma'am. You have Enguru has very quality teachers because I did interact in my past and I know very well about them. I'm willing to pay, even if you don't offer us discount.
Okay.
It's all about the quality, ma'am.
Yes,
It's all about
is.
quality.
It really is. It is.
And it is one of the best platform online that I have ever been encountered.
Why, that's wonderful. Thank you.
All teachers are fabulous, ma'am. when it comes to their expertise in English.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Thank you, son. Right. Namrata. Hello, Namrata. Okay. Ritik. Hello, Ritik. हाँ बोलो बेटा.
Ma'am, can you explain in Hindi, ma'am, what is the charges and we have to pay
आप
if we want to pick up?
आप थोड़े ऊंचे आवाज में बोलेंगे. आपकी आवाज अभी भी ठीक से नहीं आ रहा. बोलिए. Yes. What do you want me to explain in Hindi?
Ma'am, I want to talk to you that ma'am, charges of ma'am one-to-one classes, ma'am.
हाँ. one-on-one classes का charges ये जो दिख रहा है यही है. मतलब अगर आपने एक क्लास लिया इंट्रोडक्टरी क्लास तो सिर्फ 99 रुपीज होंगे. ओके.
सिर्फ वन क्लास.
हाँ, सिर्फ एक क्लास के लिए. और उसके बाद अगर आप देखेंगे तो 30 क्लासेस के लिए आज के दिन एक ये चल रहा है, ऑफर चल रहा है क्योंकि बहुत सारे जो त्योहारें हो रहे हैं तो आज के लिए इट इज इतने कम है. यस. जैसे आप चैट बॉक्स में देखिए 10 क्लासेस के लिए हमने आज 2999 करके रखा है.
ओके.
चैट बॉक्स में आपको दिख रहा है. और जो लिंक ऊपर देख रहे हैं 3 लिंक जो है उन पे अगर आप आज क्लिक करेंगे मतलब आज रात 12 बजे को वो खत्म होगा तो उससे पहले आपको क्लिक करना है ताकि आपको इन सब जो ऑफर्स है उनका लाभ मिल जाए. यस. सोचो बेटा सच में अगर आपको अच्छी तरह से आपका इंग्लिश स्ट्रॉन्ग करना है तो प्लीज ज्वाइन कीजिए.
By the way, where are you from?
Me, I'm from Kerala, but I stay in Maharashtra.
Okay.
All right. Yes. So if there's anything else you wish to ask, please do ask. I'm here to help you. And Arshad is also here to give you any information in case you want to ask anything. Okay.
Hello.
Yes, Ritik, बोलिए.
Yeah.
Hello,
Ma'am,
विकास
what
शर्मा, आप
is
ज्वाइन
the
करोगे?
timing of the classes, ma'am?
टाइमिंग सुबह 8 बजे से लेके रात के 12 बजे तक चलते हैं. मतलब 11 बजे को हमारा लास्ट क्लास है. 50 मिनट्स का क्लास है तो आप कोई भी आपके कन्वीनियंस के अनुसार आप ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं.
Ma'am, how many classes we can attend in a one day, ma'am?
5 क्लासेस तक तो आप जरूर आ सकते हैं लेकिन क्या है आपको बुक करना पड़ेगा, रजिस्टर करना पड़ेगा कुछ घंटे पहले क्योंकि अगर बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं तो आपको नहीं मिलेगा एक स्लॉट. तो कुछ घंटों से के पहले वो मुझे ठीक से पता नहीं लेकिन हाँ अगर कल का क्लास है तो आज आपको बुक करना पड़ेगा. और हाँ अगर आप 9 बजे को आए हो कल आप चाहे तो 4 बजे को भी आ सकते हैं. ऐसा नहीं कि आज 9 बजे आए हैं इसलिए कल भी 9 बजे को ही आना पड़ेगा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. यस. और हाँ पर्सनल क्लासेस में आप चुन सकते हैं आपका टाइम. यस. Okay then everyone, it's almost time for me to say good night. If you want to ask me something, please do ask.